Good day, everyone. I am Angela, and let me welcome you to Thailand, the land of the free. Thailand was known as Siam until 1939 before it has changed its name. It is located in the heart of mainland Southeast Asia and is a country of mountains, hills, plains, and a long coastline along the Gulf of Thailand. In Thailand, over 90% are Buddhist, but the country is open for other religions such as Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, and Sikhism. So let's talk about the art of Thailand. Traditional Thai art is primarily composed of Buddhist art, which in turn often has Hindu elements in it. Since 90% of the Thailand's population are Buddhist, the Thai art, specifically in sculpture, depicts images of Buddha and other characters from Buddhist and Hindu mythology. Paintings consist book illustrations, painted ornamentation of buildings such as palaces and temples. From the 1st to the 7th centuries, art in Thailand was influenced by direct contact with ancient traders and the expansion of the Mon Kingdom, leading to the creation of Hindu and Buddhist art inspired by ancient traditions. The history of Buddhist sculpture in Thailand until the 18th century can be divided into three broad phases. First is Dwaravati period, second is Sukhothai period, and last is the Ayutthaya period. The basis of Dwaravati art are the Indian styles of the Amaravati and Gupta empires, which produced both Hindu and Buddhist images in the form of monumental statues. There are three important styles of portraying Buddha emerged during Dwaravati period. The first is Buddha in the Tribanga leaning position with the Indian features and no aureole, or the luminous colored ring, circle of light surrounding a deity. Next is the Buddha in a Amaravati style with loosely folded legs, a continuous eyebrow, flat nose, thick lips, and lotus-shaped aureole. Last is a square-faced Buddha with cleft chin, mere features, and fully folded legs, sitting on a lotus base. Most Buddha figures display gestures called mudra. The most prevalent in Thailand is the Bhumisparsa mudra, or the earth-touching mudra, which shows the Buddha seated in meditation with one hand touching the ground. The mudra symbolizes his enlightenment under the Bodhi tree when he summoned the earth goddess to bear witness to his enlightenment. Another important mudra depicts meditation posture, a figure seated cross-legged with hands on his lap. The dispelling fear mudra demonstrates a standing figure with the right hand raised to shoulder height, arm bent, and palm facing outward. In Sukhothai period, Theravada Buddhism influenced Sukhothai art, which favored highly stylized images of Buddha. Sukhothai Buddhas usually had finely curled hair, a slight smile, broad shoulders, and slender oval face, and were accompanied by a flame-shaped aureole. The Sukhothai witnessed the development of four classic postures of Thai Buddha: the walking Buddha, the standing Buddha, the sitting Buddha, and the reclining Buddha. Small anatomical details were omitted to emphasize the Buddha's spiritual aspects. Later, Thai art was highly influenced by Sukhothai images and continued to imitate these postures. The Ayutthaya period was characterized by juxtaposed rows of Buddha figures. Ayutthaya sculptures portrayed Sukhothai period Buddha poses. Artists of late Ayutthaya period usually depicted Buddha in royal attire set on ornate bases. Sculptures were often glided or decorated with gold leaf in freeform designs on lacquer backgrounds. The examples of Ayutthaya period sculptures are the royal Buddha made from brass and the Wat Mahathat's Buddha head that sits in a growing tree roots. The story of Wat Mahathat's Buddha head is a mystery. Some said it was during war when the city Ayutthaya was razed to the ground. These two pictures are the known giant Buddhas in Thailand. The reclining Buddha in Wat Pho in Bangkok is arguably Thailand's most famous sculpture. It is a golden Buddha over 46 meters long and 15 meters high. Known as Phra Buddha Sayat, it represents Buddha before he passes into nirvana. Phra Buddha Mahanawamin is the largest Buddha statue in Thailand. It is also known as Great Buddha of Thailand. It is a 92 meters tall and 63 meters wide statue in the Calling the Earth to Witness pose and is made from concrete that has been painted gold. Traditional Thai paintings consist of Hindu-influenced Thai folklore. The subjects of Thai painting were usually a book illustration and painted ornamentation of temples and palaces. Traditional Thai paintings show subjects in two dimensions without perspective. An important element in the composition is the apportioning of areas. The main elements in the image are isolated from one another by space transformers, which eliminate the intermediate ground that would imply perspective. The size of each element in the picture reflects its degree of importance. The most frequent themes of Thai painting are illustrations of the Jataka tales, or vast body of fables about the previous incarnations of the Buddha, both in human and animal form, the Buddhist heavens and hells, events from the life of the Buddha, and scenes from daily life. Mural paintings can also be seen in front or inside a Buddhist temple. Paintings depict the life and the journey of the Buddha before he reached his enlightenment. The Sukhothai period painting style emphasizes spiritual aspects of the Buddha and tried to follow the canonical defining marks of a Buddha as they are set out in ancient Pali text. Painting after Sukhothai period was more elaborate. Buddhas are often depicted in royal attire, and from 19th century up to this day, paintings of Thailand can be seen with the use of perspective as influenced by the Western art. The architecture of Thailand. The most common form of Buddhist architecture in Thailand is the Wat, or monastery temple. The temple usually consists of two parts. The first is the Phuta Wat, area dedicated to the Buddha, and next is Sangha Wat, the living quarters of the Buddhist monks. Multiple roof tiers are an important part of the Thai temple, and it is typically 2 or 3 tiers. Thai roofs are typically decorated with finials. The most common is lamyong, a serpentine shape and resembling feathers of Garuda, a mythical bird-like creature from Hindu and Buddhist mythology. It is surmounted by a large curving ornament called chofa, the beak of Garuda. Temples may also be decorated with sculptures and paintings from Hindu and Buddhist iconography. The many-armed gods Vishnu and Shiva, elephant god Ganesh, Naga or serpent deity, and the ghost-banishing giant Yaksha. Aside from sculptures, paintings, and temples, Thailand is also known for their handmade crafts. These crafts are created to be used in daily life such as Thai silks, lacquerware, pottery, bronzeware cutlery, handmade mulberry paper, teak furniture, traditional musical instruments, and Thai puppets that reflects the way of life of people in Thailand. Ceramics and pottery. Ceramics and pottery in Thailand were commonly used as storage of water, ashes, and as a decoration. In 14th to 16th century, Sawankalok kilns in Thailand produced large number of ceramics, including Celadon potteries. Chiang Mai umbrella. Chiang Mai umbrella is a traditional Thai oiled umbrella which is used in everyday life of Thai people. It is made of bamboo and a canopy that is handmade and available in variety of sizes and designs. Thai silk. Thai silk and fabric are hand-woven with unique patterns and is one of the most famous fabrics in the world. This can be worn by anyone for any occasion, but as this is expensive, it is saved for special occasions such as wedding ceremonies. Teak wood carving is popular in Thailand for its long-lasting characteristic. It is used in decorating Buddhist temples and palaces around the country. Teak wood-made sculptures can be found in Sanctuary of Truth in Pattaya, Thailand. Handmade mulberry paper was started by the ancient ancestors to make paper without destroying the environment. It is made from the white inner bark fiber of the mulberry tree in northern Thailand. Silverware was widely in demand during Ayutthaya and Ratanakosin period and is used in a silver temple in Chiang Mai. Silvers are also made as jewelry used in ritual worships and ceremonies. Nieloware, or the art of gruwang tom, is made of silver, sometimes are plated with gold, and is usually used as a decoration. These are some key takeaways from this lesson that will help you understand more the art of Thailand. I hope you've learned something. Thank you.